Hello and welcome to this course AI for Clinicians. Ganapati Krishnamurthy, faculty in the Department of Data Science and AI, Vadvani School of AI, and also in the Department of Engineering Design. With me is Professor Balaji Srinivasan, who is also in DSI and WSI as well as in Department of Mechanical Engineering at IIT Madras. We will be offering this course, once again AI for Clinicians. We'll be the joint instructors introducing to the material as well as to various applications.
So just for a brief course overview, our idea is to introduce you to various techniques and applications of AI. We'll cover the foundations, which is deep learning, especially the intuitions behind it, which would be useful for you for clinical practice. We'll also introduce you to what are known as model architectures, which you will see more within the course, as well as critical data considerations, especially when you wish to take in a decision-making capacity within clinical practice.
If you're wondering who this course is for, it is for clinical practitioners and decision makers, basically someone running a hospital or his own practice or even a department in a hospital. The idea is if you are not yet there, this course will offer you the opportunity to learn how to critically appraise AI, understand the literature as well as see how far it has progressed in practice. We'll also help you understand the decision making vocabulary, right? So that you can understand how to adopt AI in your institution as part of your practice as well as for your governance.
So course prerequisites. What do we expect out of people taking this course? First, of course, is general curiosity and capacity to absorb the material. But an essential part of the course is a clinical background, or you should be at least undergoing some active healthcare training, because most of our examples, especially the latter half of the course, are from there. What is helpful, even though not essential, but it would be nice if you have had an introductory biostatistics course or some amount of epidemiology knowledge. What is not required, unlike other courses on AI, is any programming experience or any knowledge of advanced mathematics. So this is supposed to be an accessible course for multiple people. We have designed it that way. So for course content, it basically splits into two parts. The first part is just the intuitions behind AI, behind what goes on in modern AI. We split that into 4 weeks. As we said, it's a 8-week course. First week we'll cover the foundations. Second week we'll look at how actually, when we say the machine learns, how does it actually learn. Week 3 we go into some details of how machines see or judge or actually read text and respond to text. And fourth week is for the most hot topic right now, which is generative AI. So we'll just have the intuitions behind these 4 topics in the first half of the course.
Okay, so once you understood some of the foundational aspects of AI as it is today, especially deep learning, then we will see how many of these algorithms are put to use in a clinical setting, right? So using these AI algorithms for for healthcare. So some things like medical image analysis, how it's usually deployed in a hospital. Some very simple things like prompt engineering, etc., so that you can use these as tools in your practice. Okay, of course you also have to make sure that many of them are allowed to be used as tools. Some of them are just floating out there, so that distinction should also be taught. Okay, then we talk about some important things, which is basically how to evaluate these models on your clinical data. Okay, it's very important, and that involves understanding many of the tests that you have to do, many metrics that you'll have to learn about, including something like ROC curves and AUC. And the next rest of the course is about regulatory aspects as well as some of the liability aspects. We're talking about safe AI, some aspects of it, right? How what kind of regulatory frameworks will be subject to. Once again, this is a short course, so to the extent that we can talk about, we will. And the last part, the decision makers toolkit. So one of the things that we would definitely like to talk about is how far has AI progressed in healthcare, like if in a clinical practice, so you read about this all the time, but are people really using it? And even if they are, to at what level they are using it. So with that we will conclude that course. So if you are interested in all these topics, understanding how AI works for you in a clinical practice, understanding some aspects of regulation, how to use these tools, etc., so please do sign up for this course. It's practically free, and we don't expect any technical proficiency. We know that most of you come from a clinical background, MBBS, etc., where you don't have access to any engineering kind of education, and this is mainly addressing that audience, and we believe that it will be very useful for you.